Oh, wait.
Sims is
hold
fun.
on. Yeah, shut your mouth. What
I'm
are
a
you
hardcore
Sims is for
gamer.
girls. Sims is for girls.
This almost went pro in Asian gaming.
There it is.
Who's gonna be the main guy?
You're spamming lasers and people are losing their mind. That's never once happened.
No one wants that because you'd be finished, dude.
That's such a deep cut for wiggers in the chat.
He clearly doesn't know what he's talking about.
He doesn't know the culture.
Chocolate dudes still find ways to have gang-affiliated shootouts within GTA Online, and I like it.
Yeah.
Hello. Welcome back to another episode of the Modern Apes Podcast. I'm your host, Daniel Bridgegad. We're live!
From the Wit Studio.
Yeah, we are, baby. Definitely not the Stand Studio. Over here to my right is the...
If you think it's the Stand Studio, go frick yourself.
You're an idiot. Over here to my right is the Vampire King, King Possum. It's basically Channing Tatum from Coach Carter. Tristan Bowling.
Mushy mushy.
That's such a deep cut for wiggers in the chat. God damn.
I was about to say, I'm like, no, we watched Remember the Titans, and I thought you were calling me Ryan Gosling, and I'm like, I'll fuck you up. He applied nothing to the team. He was an absolute waste.
Yeah, you wish. Speaking of guys that'd be a liability at corner, over here to my left, it's, the dude of 10,000 voices, very funny comedian.
OG member of the podcast.
Yeah, if you guys
Back
are following...
before the rebrand.
If you're following the Final Stop lore, you understand that this guy should have been the face a long time ago. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Richie Anderson.
Hey, how's it going? Thanks for having me.
Kamikaze Cool Kids member.
Yeah, one of the KCK podcast. We had
never aired.
one episode that I'm really glad it never got out there. You
Yeah,
know?
it was bad.
It was, yeah, really.
It was
For everyone,
bad.
for everyone else confused, they tried to start a podcast behind my back 4 years ago, and
No,
it didn't work.
it was honestly in response to you taking so long to start our podcast that we started one with the equipment you already had in spite.
We'll get into it. We're doing video games, but since this nigga wants to bring it up, they were trying to go with no production. They're like, let's just do it all audio. I'm like, that's good. And is next year 87? I'm confused. Why are we doing just audio?
Let's just talk about our favorite games and have fun. What if we just talked about our favorite games every week? That would be cool. Like,
We'll never forget. We'll never run out of stuff to talk about.
yeah, but honestly, World of Warcraft was maybe the biggest game of my life.
Fucking kill you.
Well, that's why we brought Rich on, because for those of you who don't know, this nigga almost went pro in Asian gaming, and by that I mean Super Smash Bros.
Not an Asian game, honestly. It was made in Japan, but the whites are really good at it.
Is it not a Nintendo vehicle?
It is a vehicle of Nintendo, but you know, in America we kind of run that shit. Like Melee is our thing.
For real?
Yeah.
Like you guys show up and the Eastern Hemis are shaking in their... Well, they don't have bootstraps. But
No, like all
whatever.
the best players. Like I haven't kept up with it in a couple of years, but like most of the best players are all U.S.
Is Smash Bros to you like football is for me? Where like you watch the draft, but you're like, I don't know who's controlling Jigglypuff this
Not
year.
who's
Who's gonna be the main guy?
Who
Yeah.
is Jigglypuff personified?
That being said, when Lunchbox wins,
yeah.
Wait.
Hungry Box.
whatever. You get hungry when you see a Lunchbox.
No, this dude sucks. No, this guy
You
sucks.
know what I mean? Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
he tapped in enough to know loosely?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wrong?
Hungry Box.
Yeah.
He does
Yeah.
that with football too. He'll be like, it's fifth down. And I'll be like, you were so close, man. You were right.
And this is
Yeah.
fifth down. And so I'm supposing this is fifth down.
Yeah, this
I'm like if I'm throwing like a tight spiral, it just misses the hands and then hits a kid. Like it's
the
like
receiver's fault.
that was absolute perfection.
That was a dot, as
Missed.
we call it in the field.
Yeah.
Dude, just Tristan. There's an alternate universe somewhere where I really have just a affection for dumb video games, and Tristan's 4 inches taller and 30 pounds heavier. I could throw the tightest spiral you've ever seen.
Just fucking chuck it, dude. Yeah.
No one wants that. No one wants that because you'd be finished, dude.
I was just thinking about that. I was walking over here in the rain. It is a problem to be tall while it's raining in New York, because the ladies...
You're at umbrella level.
I'm at umbrella level for the ladies or the men that are at lady size. I'm just walking around the financial district almost trying to lose an eye. I'm just walking. I was walking with one eye down like this. It's my fault for sure, because I should have an umbrella and play offense, but I'm strictly playing defense.
You should wear a motorcycle helmet.
I mean, it's not
That'd
a
be
bad
awesome.
call.
You ever get off your bike too fast in GTA when you got the helmet on? You just have to roll around with it for a
dude.
sec before
Yeah.
you discard.
GTA 4 had the best wipeouts on bike. Like,
You think so?
yeah, like GTA 5 was like okay, but like GTA 4, your guy did this as he was flying through the air.
Very
it was the
true.
best.
It didn't have like it had less of like the you curl up when you're
Yeah, like,
falling, and it's more
like,
just
it's-
like head over heels.
Their hands do this every time, like in GTA 5. Dude, that's the big thing we're talking about for GTA 6. What are the limbs gonna look like when you're dying?
Yeah, the crash physics.
This
This
is
is-
Sebastian Maniscalco talking about the crash. Okay, the king of crash they called him. But yeah,
Yeah.
This makes me so happy. You two just sliding out of your seats and nerd talking. God damn it.
GTA is not nerd shit. Okay,
It's not. It's
never-
not.
No,
Literally,
you're not
I
wrong.
saw
that
I,
the most mainstream game of all time.
yeah.
Well, it's open. It's open, so you can play it how you want to play it. There is make no mistake. There's a J way to play it, and there's a chocolate way to play it. Chocolate dudes still find ways to have gang affiliated shootouts within GTA Online, and I like that.
Honestly,
You
it
can
is.
also yacht trade at the same time.
It is crazy that I bet someone has died in real life based off shit talked like in a in a strip club that's not real.
I had a Madden story that didn't have enough juice. I didn't have enough meat on the bone, but that's what I was gonna do. A couple dudes got into a beef because the Dolphins beat the Patriots in Madden, and then 3 guys died. Some dude caught 3 bodies because Randy Moss from the Ultimate Madden team destroyed him.
There's a story, like multiple stories that wanted to like kind of stave away from death on it, but like I mean, a dude like lost a Madden tournament and came back in firing. Like that was a real thing.
Wait,
Well, I
like with
mean-
a gun?
Yeah.
Okay,
Not just
'cause,
not
you
with like
made
a
it sound
Donald.
like he just had to plug in and he was so good in the tournament. No,
I
he
like-
killed everybody.
No,
Like-
he killed a guy. Yeah.
No disrespect. If your life's at the point where winning or losing a Madden tournament changes the tide,
Yeah.
he wasn't wrong.
I mean, when it's all when
wasn't incorrect.
gaming's your only thing, I get it. But like, it's
Yeah, I follow for weirdly enough. Not follow, but you know how you creep.
you chime in every here and there.
You're a
Yeah.
creep on Instagram long enough that you start getting girls in your explore page.
right?
We're back. Hey, look.
I don't think I've been there.
No, but I've seen a couple girls long enough now that we live in a world where bad bitches. They've always appreciated guys with money, but now we live in a world where dudes who just play video games are guys with money. So randomly enough, I found a couple dudes who stream Fortnite and Madden because I know enough about their girl who has OnlyFans also. That's the world we live in. OnlyFans and Fortnite streamers are going to make children. And my children are going to beat the living shit.
No, you're not. They're at private schools.
Yeah, you're not
Yeah,
wrong.
yeah, they're at charter private schools because somehow like she bested Bonnie Blue in the 1,000-man gangbang despite all odds.
No, we'll be out of the city by then because I can't have that accent in my house. I can't have the yo suck my dick, nigga. That can't be inside my house.
That comes from public school. Let me tell you, I work at a charter boys preparatory school, and that accent has been liquidated out. Like
They
a
say,
sieve.
"Thou shalt suck thine on high." Like it's,
Yeah,
I coveteth ye to ever doubt me again, naysayer.
Unsheath thy sword, or I shall tell thy squire.
no, it's literally. I heard like a conversation the other day where just being like, Duke doesn't know how to like one-arm cradle a cross stick, and he's like, yes, I do, and I'm just like, both of you guys need to get bullied heavily.
And his name's Duke because everyone but his sorry ass graduated from there. It's like you need to live up to something. Your middle
No.
name's Harvard in case we need a fallback.
We got to name our kid after a high-level school, or this whole thing's not going to work. Okay? Like,
Yeah,
this is Cambridge, my son.
yeah.
He reeks.
All right,
Okay?
let me ask you a question because we did a little bit on an OG podcast a while ago. I grilled you on this. All right, but for all the new modern ape people, Rich is like insanely good at Super Smash Bros.
Okay.
Not like bring it up to fuck around.
No,
Like
no.
Wait, are you-
Richie? No.
here we go.
Richie says he's like, I'm okay. He makes video games unfun
yeah,
every
yeah,
time.
yeah, yeah. It's
Every
not-
time. If you play Mario Party, you're battling for second.
But he's like-
I think I won once, and it made everyone's day worse because Richie is just like, it's fucking bullshit.
I remember one time it was like you couldn't win, or you were at the very end, and you were just like, I'm just gonna make sure Haley can't win. And like, at the end of the game, she was just, Tristan, you ruined my fun. Like, it was-
Yeah.
Wait, do your guys' girls play video games with you? Because I was talking to Taylor about that the other day.
Like, I mean,
Did she-
Caroline doesn't play
baby
anything.
games.
did she do it
baby
before?
games.
But did she try for you? Is
Nah.
that like, was she doing
No.
it before? And then she was like, well, because you have a buzz cut, let me put in some effort.
Haley plays some like baby and girl games where like she'll
Plants vs. Zombies?
We only
What are
play
talking about?
Nintendogs over here, man.
Close. Sims.
Oh, wait.
Sims is
Hold
fun.
on. Yeah, shut your
But
whore mouth. What
I'm
are
a
you
Sims
hardcore
is for
gamer.
girls. Sims is for girls.
www.patreon.com / or back, I don't know, The Modern Apes. Look, for literally 4 quarters per month, you get 4 bonus. We're doing movie watch-alongs right now. We just watched Mac and Devin go to high school, and if you want to be a real one, you want to really invest in the cash, Tristan, tell them what they win.
What you win is the internal affairs. It is the $10 level on the Patreon. Is sponsored. Come into the Coors Light showroom.
Wait, when do we get a... Why would we... All right. Yeah. For $10 a month, you get all those juicy internal affairs where we peel the onion back behind the podcast. We talk my legal litigation and a bunch more. Join the Patreon.
Sims is for girls.
You're just mad because you don't know the language you whatever the weird shit they talking because they can't afford voice actors. They just have one guy do it and they pitch up and down. I'm 98% sure on that.
Yeah, that's what they did. I voice acted one time when my dad was working at THQ. It was for like this dumb. I was pumped.
You've got a credit?
Yeah, I do have a credit.
In what game?
I think I'm uncredited. It's called Dude's Big Adventure.
No, that's about the amount of credit that should have been.
THQ, right?
Do you remember? Yeah, it was THQ. Do you remember when? Yeah, you can look it up. Dude's Big Adventure. But do you remember when the Wii was popping?
Yeah.
So like it was when like they were selling accessories like along with like the like fucking weight board that tells kids that they're obese.
Yeah. The Wii Fit.
Make no mistake, those for middle-aged moms that I like your childhood stories.
Yeah, that's me. I'm Dude.
Whoa, I remember this.
Yeah.
I thought this was
I
a
never
fever
saw
dream.
this.
Yeah. No, so what you did was you had like they sold this like kind of like stencil like pad thing that they used for like Pictionary, and they're like, oh, we need like kind of like fucking what's it called?
You draw?
Was it like pre-Little Big Planet or something? Or?
No, they were just
Okay.
trying to.
That's the
No,
game I
it was
couldn't
during Little Big Planet. So like that was exploding, and they're like, what if we did that but worse? And so
Well, it
They're
looks
like,
kind
we
of
know
like...
how we're gonna make this work. We need Tristan on the mic.
Yeah, but why does it look... It kind of looks like Buzz Lightyear sired a kid off Galaxy that he won't
Yeah.
claim. Like, what is this guy's haircut? It's blue and it's short.
no, that's his helmet.
Oh, no.
Oh man.
Why is that being said,
need-
why is the gorilla a side character?
You need.
You need people to say this as a credit like more often now. Like it's like, all right, you know I'm from Kill Tony. You know I'm from Dude's Big Adventure.
On the Wii U draw? You've seen him on the Wii U draw.
Oh my god.
I'd
that
rather have
is-
a Tubi credit.
Holy shit. If your parents were going through a divorce in, I mean, let's say 06, you might have played this game. You might know.
Yeah.
All right, who here fucks with Dude's Big Adventure, huh? I know. Yeah, okay.
Tits. All tits.
Did anyone jack off to Just Dance 06?
I love it so much.
Fuck. Oh, is this Bing Bong voiced by Tristan in the
Ouch,
game?
it hurts. Ouch, it hurts. Ouch, it hurts.
Originally, I bought it for the stencil technology, but this kid's voice.
No,
I
wasn't-
beat off to the voice of
the thing is-
Tristan in the game.
I wasn't scouted or anything like that. My dad was like, what is the cheapest labor possible? And it's buying my kid a used copy of StarCraft if he goes and mammers around
So,
about.
see, some people use nepotism to take over hedge funds. You use nepotism to be a shitty
I watched-
7th on the call sheet in Dude's Big World.
Buddy, I had no chance. I watched THQ burn as we drove to Florida. There was nothing left.
When did THQ end?
Fuck. I would say like
When the towers go down?
It was the turn of the century.
I think they had some
THQ.
stragglers on, but the office that my dad was at shut down probably in like I was like 15, so like 2013 maybe.
Okay.
And so
Is
like
that before or after the dudes from MX versus ATV got caught with kids?
wait, what do you mean caught with kids?
I'm going to start planning one of these into every episode. 2 episodes ago was Jeff was doing benzos or whatever from the Wiggles. This one, the boys from MX versus ATV were definitely doing more than just background design.
My dad is one of those people. That is not true. I understand us maybe throwing some slander at Wiggles fame, but when you get out of the big red car and look at the man in the mirror, that's my father.
No, I just imagine your dad at a THQ meet. It's like the Wolf of Wall Street. THQ meeting 06. Some higher ups just look at your dad being like, $26,000 on appetizers. $26,000
Yeah.
on a mushroom risotto. What the fuck does that even?
Meanwhile, it's like not even that. They're just playing Quake in their office together, just like yelling to get nothing done on Fridays.
Was your dad the white equivalent of the Asian kids who play, what's that OG computer game where there's a picture of kids standing in water but still playing the game? Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
Come on,
Oh,
nerds.
CS:GO?
Thank you. I knew one of you guys was a big enough
Was
virgin.
that a commercial for CS:GO?
Counter-Strike?
Counter-Strike? Yeah.
Yeah, my dad played a
Counter-Strike.
fuck ton of Counter-Strike, especially at the office, dude. My dad would come home like tipsy on Fridays.
Honestly, are you you know how there's crack baby? Are you a Mountain Dew baby?
No, my parents never let me have Mountain Dew. I had it
No,
once.
I mean your dad
on my-
was doing Mountain Dew, or your mom, while you were conceived.
No. She ate a lot of Cocoa Krispies for some weird reason.
We're a Cocoa Crispy family.
That can't be good. And if Red 50 is bad, Black 75 is horrible.
I mean,
No. But get this, Mambo number 5. What do we think about that? Okay.
Yeah, I will live in a world one day where Taylor won't let our fucking firstborn eat like Taco Bell or something. She never crunch wraps. She was 21.
Black
He will
70, Black 75 might be bad, but Black 50, Jewish 50 is worse.
that's great.
Doesn't get much worse.
That hit you right in the allergies.
Yeah.
God damn. All right. Well, we brought Rich on. Do you have? Let me ask you this because we didn't do any pre for this. Did you come with a story? Or do you want to hear the shit we have?
Oh man, yeah. I thought you guys had the story. I was asked.
I asked him
enough.
to
How
do
do
no prep.
No prep.
I mean, like, I just assumed, like we have been doing, we'd be talking about video games.
No,
for
that's
a
fine.
decent
No,
amount.
because I have a couple of.
Oh, here's a fun little thing because we were talking about Melee and like you're like, oh yeah, these. Can you believe that like these like high level like esport gamers are getting pussy now? There was a whole scandal for like the Melee and Smash Bros scene where all these top level players were like being outed as pedophiles, and it was it was wild. It was like I had
a guy leaning over the border of a cubicle. Have you heard about? Have you heard about the new Fox main? Have you heard it?
Oh, I think he did it. I think he did it.
Top Mr. Game & Watch player shows asshole in a leaked OnlyFans.
Do a barrel roll into a kid's pants.
Game and Watch shows Game and Snatch, dude. Get.
I'm not gonna
more
lie
at
to you.
10,
I was looking up Smash Bros quizzes to try and give to you, but the level of virginity that I was experiencing within those, because
Yeah.
like I wanted one that like the people at home could be like, "Ooh, the answer's Kirby," but the degree of difficulty that I was
Yeah,
getting, which which expansion pack on Smash Bros Melee did this DLC? And you're like, I don't.
Never happened. There was no DLC on Melee.
It's untouched.
Untouched, dude. That game has been the same since
That was a lead-in.
2001.
Yeah, it is.
Not
Tell
like-
me how.
Because it's a disc game. You can't do any patches.
I thought
Yeah.
there's gonna be more expansion on that.
No, dude. Dude, the game's like very old. Like it's still played on box like CRT televisions. Like they
Like
don't.
the
That's
round?
like competitive.
Yeah.
By the way,
Yeah.
like it's not just like, oh, that's for like local tournaments. They're just like they will project from like a CRT TV.
Yeah.
Does that mean that like I'm dumb, but are
It's
those
supposed
the
to help
TVs
with,
with
like,
the
the-
plugins?
Yeah,
The
yeah.
red,
Vacuum.
yellow,
Red,
and,
yellow, and white. They do that on the old, like extremely heavy, like Sony Trinitron TVs.
Yeah, like the ones with the vacuum in them.
Yeah, right. Like where they are literally a box. They use those TVs at every single tournament, and
That's how you know it's a good tournament.
Why do they do that?
because
It's
there's
supposed
no
to be, like-
input lag.
I was about to
Like,
say, isn't it a
there's-
latency issue?
Yeah, so it's like it at the highest level it matters. It's like because it's like otherwise like if you were to just play it, yeah, like that's how it looks.
Wait,
That room
wait.
smells wild.
This looks like a
Leaks in there.
Wait,
You
go back
would
to the
not
picture.
believe.
This looks like a Where's Waldo of the find the one hood black guy who doesn't belong. It's
Oh,
a bunch
dude.
of virgins and then a dude in a white 50 cent do rag
well,
with a
no,
Marlins
they're
hat.
anime blacks. Okay, that's what we're like. These are Kingdom Heart
Oh,
blacks.
you mean weebs?
Yeah,
Kingdom Heart.
yeah. That's how I.
I was
identify
about to say, you think someone's like coming from selling weed on the corner to being like, yo, I gotta go crush. My bad, guys.
To be fair, that does look like Ski Mask the Slump God. Please keep this picture up so I don't
It
look
does
horrible.
look like Ski Mask a little bit.
It looks like Ski Mask is just out here fucking up.
No, it looks like Ski Mask is the god of slump.
Yeah. Okay, so
His
you need
final form.
You need a TV that niggas were purchasing porn on. That's essentially.
I guess so.
That's essentially.
Yeah,
what you
no,
need to win.
it's like there's. I guess there are like monitors that like could work, but it's like they're. The old ones are so reliable, and also they're like dying out. It's weird.
Okay,
it's weird.
I understand that kind of because I play COD just to hang out with my homies. And
Right.
I play on a 60-inch TV, and dudes will literally be like, "Actually, if you play on a, I'm like,
It needs
"Shut
to be a
up."
BenQ, technically,
Yeah.
if we're just like.
This guy plays on a curved screen.
I don't. Oh, yeah. Haley's monitor is curved. I didn't choose it. She uses it for work. I'd play on an iPad if I had to. I just like playing the goddamn game.
Yeah.
Are you? What's your game of choice? I should ask that. What's your game of choice right now?
Oh man, I've been playing a lot of Oblivion and Borderlands. You know, like just getting after it.
Fun fact about Oblivion, we were talking about this earlier.
That's pre-Skyrim, remastered this year.
Yep.
Yes.
You know everything, every topic we talk about ever. I just catch Ian in the back going, "Yeah, for sure."
Yeah.
I read that in the Game Informer. What the?
Game Informer's defunct, but I missed that.
Is it?
Yeah.
Damn, I used to
so
get
sick.
that in an East Bay magazine, and it really tickled my fancy on both sides.
Yeah.
Those
you'd
were
get
so exciting.
so
dude.
exciting, especially like the Halo 3 era.
Oh my god.
Game Informers. I was originally my other topic. I was going to do the Oblivion, the origin of microtransactions in video games started in Oblivion.
That's not Fortnite. Fortnite popularized it.
No,
Fortnite was way after the fact.
Fortnite is way.
Yeah.
If anything, popularized
Maybe
it.
TF2 popularized it.
Yeah.
And like
Sorry, you're using acronyms.
no,
The
Team
fuck is
Fortress 2.
Team Fortress 2.
Oh yeah, no, Team Fortress 2. What the?
Or
Dude, it
Counter
was-
Strike Global Offense. Yeah.
Computer game. Like it was like at first for a long time it was like, oh yeah, Team Fortress is a really good competitive game. Like you can master different classes and shit. And then it was like, how about I spend $50 on a new hat? And that's where it all went downhill. Like,
Yeah,
it's-
yeah. It's basically people wearing like quite literally $1,000 skins.
Yeah.
Where it's like this hat is like 45.
Was it pay to win or was it straight
No.
microtransaction like
It's
Fortnite?
straight microtransaction.
I think it was like you could pay to like get different weapons and shit, but then it was
the
just-
weapons had boosts. Though.
yeah, like different stats and like different properties to them. But then they were just like, what about different hats? And then like the hats became the biggest thing in the game.
And
It
what
was-
dance were
yeah.
you guys missing during this? Was it Sadie Hawkins?
I
was it
I think
Homecoming?
This
What-
was the wake of Gangnam Style. I
Jesus
think it was.
I was
shit
about to say, I wasn't missing
downhill.
much, pal.
Yeah.
Yeah. How many times can I...
Do you guys get video game guilt? There was a time, like when you were peak 7th grade, you could play 7 hours of video games and just be like, this is awesome. I just fucked off for 8 hours.
Yeah,
No wish.
that didn't end until like college.
Yeah,
Like,
I can't play video games now for more than an hour and a half without being like, I'm a bum and a half.
Yeah.
Not saying I won't, but at
Yeah.
the end of like a 4-hour session, I'm like, I suck.
There's sometimes
this is horrible.
Yeah, like I feel like I need to get it out of my system. Like I need a day of like, all right, I'm gonna game for 4 hours. Then the next day, I'm like, we need to correct all of our wrongs.
Yeah, that being
And-
said, you ever had your mom or girlfriend say, call them your little video games and take immediate defense? Taylor did that about a week ago. She said, you're over here playing your little Xbox. I go, first of all, bitch, it's a fucking,
Look at how big the system is. It's bigger than it's ever been, bitch.
it's a fucking big Xbox. Why don't you tell me what the real bimbos in New York are doing this week, huh? Shut the
Does she watch The Real Housewives of
She
New
watches
York?
the real bimbos
Oh.
of every region of this country.
Dude, it's the best show. I don't know why you're not watching it. It's fucking top level shit.
Did you
It's
book this nigga? Did
think
I-
about this, okay? You got 8 women. None of them like each other, but they're getting a lot of money if they pretend to be friends, and they do this week in and week out, and it's big business.
Imagine if every week you had to hang out with someone who wasn't that much of your friend and you invited them into your own house.
Yeah, and you just and
It's a
and-
nightmare.
I've done 3 years of it. Tell me.
Let me. I was about to say. I've done 2 weeks of it. I'm already done.
No, I mean, they've perfected reality TV. It's called TUF.
It's called 2 narcissists and 6 normal women, and it's really good.
I don't think.
And we're going to let Andy Cohen host all of it.
Yeah, it's so they don't need to. There's no writers' room. It's just like, all right, which women are really toxic, and then it's like if it was all healthy people, we wouldn't have a show.
Dude,
okay?
the producers of those have to be just like the most malevolent.
Yeah.
Like people where they're sitting there just being like, all right, things are going pretty quiet today. It seems like everyone's going like getting along. Put methamphetamine in her white wine. let's get this shit fucking going.
She miscarried yesterday. Get inside the room. Like,
Yeah.
follow her. Yeah.
Follow her. Follow her. I know she hates it. We all hate it. That's why it's good TV.
It's good TV.
Yeah.
Is it really like, okay, let me ask you this though. If they were all not attractive, same appeal?
Half of them look like
They're
wealth
gargoyles.
witches.
Yeah, they're. I don't.
Wait, let's not act like a wealth witch isn't hot. Hey, pull up Joan Rivers 98 for me. Thank you. No, let's
No,
not.
I mean, like there are like hot women on the show, but then like there's some who like every day is a new procedure, and it's really sad. And
Yeah,
it's like it's
you see
insane.
them putting on their makeup, and you're like, ah.
Yeah, dude, there was one in the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. That's my favorite one.
Yeah,
this-
because
Oh, of course.
Marmon. Saints.
And we're back with the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
Currently swimming in fucking cash, and I'm going to kill this bitch named Brittany who looked at my husband for 14 seconds right on his ankle.
Don't see my fucking ankle, you bitch.
They literally all produce extras for like Children of the Corn. I get a little bit of Mormon Utah mom TikTok, and it's
Oh, dude, that shit, like, that's another whole other field, like the secret lives of Mormon wives. I don't know what the fuck that shit's.
no, it's hot.
awesome.
Let me tell you.
It's
Let me
hot.
let me let me, let me tell you as a black
Good,
man.
I'm hot. It's good.
As a black man, here's what Mormon real wives are. It's the thickest blonde lady you've ever met, mixed with the most innocent, gullible motherfucker that you've
Yeah.
ever seen, and she
Yeah.
has a backside like Beyonce and a mind like Beyonce's 13-year-old daughter. And
Yeah.
it's awesome.
You go walk out, water's dry, bend over. Just be okay.
Well, he's the man of the house. I must listen to him. Yeah, it's really, it's, dude, that what's crazy is I think the woman you're talking about, she got in big trouble because she had a child and her kid was in the ICU, and then she started doing like TikTok dances as her kid was dying. It was wild.
No, she's celebrating. That kid gets his own planet in like
He
2
gets
hours.
his own planet.
Yeah.
So he's top of the list, okay? He
he's
doesn't
top
have to
of the
wait. He doesn't
list.
have to go through the fucking temple, okay?
fuck?
Yeah, Joseph Smith's got his number.
I want to go.
Hey, I got your number. Yeah, Italian Joseph Smith.
Yeah.
Hey, God told me I need some more pussy. Hey.
Hey,
Yo, I'm
send
going-
a salami to the guy in the army.
Wait, can you
Castelli.
can you beat off once you get to can you finally gabagool once you get up to heaven?
Oh, can you?
They have. They get to heaven. You can't beat off here. I'm really sorry. You
What
can't do.
the
I'm kidding.
fuck?
Send me down. Why would they care at that point? You're already in. Like,
Yeah.
I try to know if that was against the rules, because is Judaism as specific as, or is Mormonism as specific as Judaism? Because we get mad specific. Is it like once you get to heaven, there is no beating off, no fornicating,
There's-
no fellatio, and
I
if you
don't
do,
know.
you have to swish it on the right side of your mouth.
All I know is there's 3 different payment levels of Mormonism heaven. So like that's. I mean,
There's like 2% clear, whole
So there's
clear.
there's like you got to be a dedicated member, and
You're
that's
mixing up-
that's pretty good.
Sorry, you're mixing up Mormons with Scientology. You said the volcano shit. That is not
That's not Mormons.
And you also said clear. That's not
That's not
Mormon.
y'all either.
No,
No.
no.
It's not like a Lutheran
And you said how much
Protestant.
money did you have to pay? You just got to kind of be a guy in a shirt.
Yeah. Get a good shirt, show up, and you're in.
Yeah,
Okay?
get a
No.
shirt. Get the hi, welcome to Jesus. My name is Christopher shirt.
Pay 10% of your income every year before tax.
Oh, that's
and
where
you're
they get you.
in.
Okay.
It's easy.
It's
okay?
specified before tax.
before taxes, or else wait, like what do you actually believe in this? Or
God doesn't
yeah.
think taxes are real. God
don't-
didn't do taxes.
I
this
don't
thing
feel
was
like you
this whole
believe.
thing was created after the creation of taxes. So I don't know what the rules are.
But it's really cool.
you have
The
black
whole
and white
thing's-
photos of your guy. That's sick.
The whole thing is a lot of fun, you know. He went from treasure hunter to like, wait, I could make money off of a religion, and that's when it took off, and it's really cool.
I mean, you guys just didn't embrace
You got Indiana Jones as your Jesus Christ.
it. Crack the whip, indeed.
Fun fact: Joseph Smith hated snakes. Does not like snakes at all.
A fun fact: he didn't think Short Round could get into the heaven until the 80s.
It was about blacks, but also short round. Like,
Wait, are Mormons anti-chocolate?
they were until 1970. Actually, a fun little fact: Joseph Smith was fine with it. He had a couple members like gave them the priesthood, like, and they were black members of the church. And then Brigham Young
Like
took.
the Tuskegee Airmen.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then Brigham Young came in and he's like, yeah, we're going to cut that shit out. And
Yeah.
then he had like 15 or so wives, or maybe even more wives, but it was fucking wild.
Is
what
he
was
the
doing.
polygamy guy? Is the fun one?
Hit him with an Uncle
Joseph
Jesse.
Smith was also a polygamy guy. He had 36 wives, and many of them were sisters and daughters.
So are
and,
you guys like
yeah.
a Genghis Khan situation?
Yeah.
Where like all you guys kind of
Yeah, Joseph Smith been on his Genghis Khan type
Yeah,
shit.
okay,
Yeah, that's kind of what he been doing as a late man. You feel me? Yeah.
What?
He's letting the original priests
Yeah.
flow through it. The one before Brigham Young stole
Yeah.
it.
Well, it's dude. Richie talks out the side of his mouth, so I feel like that was just coming right at me. That was just coming all at me.
Nah, that was my full mouth, man. That was all of me saying that.
No, that was Dick talking. That was.
Do you want to know something so funny? We can go to a Buc-ee's, see 9 guys who are whiter than Richie talking the exact same way. But the only issue is they can debark a tree with their hands.
It's a Buc-ee's.
Yeah.
All right, let me get into my video game a little bit. Well, do you want to go first, or do you want me to go first?
I
'Cause
can go first.
I have one of those can be as long as you need it to be.
Okay, so my topic is considering the $8.6 million Kickstarter darling. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No, what's that?
I'm going to discuss the
What's a Kickstarter?
You never heard of a Kickstarter?
That's why
It's
I
like
asked you. What
it's
the
like a
fuck
GoFundMe.
Kickstarter?
It's the original GoFundMe.
But is the brand is a Kickstarter or the action is a Kickstarter?
So basically, the companies would go on Kickstarter and be like, "Hey, can you guys help me fund my thing? Here's a trailer for it. If you guys put in here's incentives, all that jazz." So it raised $8.6 million, and we're talking about the one and only Ouya. Do you know what I'm talking about? Richie knows what I'm talking about.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
The people who got pussy.
What is Ouya?
Back in 2013, there was a lot of buzz around a self-proclaimed revolution in gaming. In truth, it all started in 2012 with one of the most successful Kickstarter-backed campaigns that the platform had ever seen at the time.
Okay.
So Ouya, billed as an affordable, world-class gaming on TV, would greatly surpass its crowdfunding goal. I think it was like 1 million, and it got like
eight. Okay. So they have some fuck around money. What did they do with it?
Yeah. So on its way to release, a slight delay was announced, but overall you'd say it was smooth sailing. Upon its slightly delayed launch, the Ouya console was on shelves. It had games, a controller, and many backers had received the new hardware. Still, all wasn't well with the upstart Android-powered gaming console. So
wait, Android?
Yeah.
Oh no.
It ran off.
Oh no.
It ran off of an Android CPU. So
I will tell you though, whatever dudes were the 1% of whatever games were on that are the best video game players possibly of all time.
I have no idea what you mean by that.
Ouya's not a gaming platform?
No, it is. I mean, like...
Look at that cool controller.
That's what I'm saying. Whatever niggas really play that are the best video game players of all time.
No, of that console. I mean, like...
No,
whoever, like, shit in a hat and put it on is the best at doing that.
No, that's like saying if you can speak Latin fluently, you're one of the best linguists walking. If you can play that dead-ass video game console.
I've never heard of this.
I guarantee you, your autistic ass be able to pick it up and play it left-handed.
Dude, it literally is the same kind of mechanics. It's not like you're picking it up.
Game. Okay.
Dude, it's not like you pick... How many times have you picked up a controller and been like, this is Spanish? What the fuck do you mean by that? And like, I've been... It's semi-adaptable to everything you do.
You know what I'll tell you?
Video games. I bet you could get into this. I bet.
You know what I'll tell you?
I'm looking at a keyboard and a mouse. I'm thinking, what's going on?
I've never really played an N64 that much, so when I do pick up... Why does it have 3 points?
It is a Trident. It is a Trident. It looks fucking crazy.
That is Spanish.
It is, yeah, that is... That controller really didn't make sense. I love that controller,
and
but
the dexterity on the fucking the thing sucks.
They used to have one wear a glove for Mario Party because like people were legit splitting their hand open and bleeding out.
No, that's because their hands are soft because they never do any.
Died, okay, Mario Party.
You
see the scar right here?
Got this back in Mario Party '96. Yeah, it was. Yeah, they like Nintendo had to start giving away gloves for free for people who were playing these games on Mario Party.
That's right up there with a bowling fingerless glove. It's like, come on.
Who the fuck you think you are? I am.
Yeah. So a little bit more about the Ouya.
Yeah.
Sounds like a tribe that should be non-contacted, and you lost a couple BBC reporters.
Yeah. So it was an Android-powered gaming console,
right?
And a string of what now look like red flags proved to be unsteady foundations for its entire longevity. In the end, it couldn't recover after a weak start, and now the Ouya console is no more. So basically, following the almighty showdown between Xbox 360, PlayStation 3, and Wii that started in 2005, which that was a battle of gods.
For a second,
that was big time.
No. Let's not act like it wasn't. The video game wars were really between two people, and there was a third one that had a big enough run to be a blip on the radar for a year and a half.
Dude, I remember one of my buddies played Call of Duty on the Wii. And I'm just
that's
like,
sad.
What?
Really bums you out.
Are you disagreeing with that? That Nintendo had maybe a year and a half run where it was
the Wii sold more than any system ever.
No,
but it wasn't the
sales.
same level of like
if I
Xbox
came to sleep
and PS3.
over at your house in middle school and all you had to offer me was a Wii, I'm tight. I'm tight as hell.
Like mad or what?
Oh my god.
If I'm coming over expecting to play SmackDown versus Raw 07 and you go, I have that Mario vacuum game that he put.
We only have Dude's Big Adventure. We're only sitting down and playing Dude's Big
If all you
Adventure
have
This is the
tonight.
house that dude bought. So why don't you fucking pay some respects?
Yeah, exactly. I'd be like, well, do you have an Ouya, I guess, as long as we're tanking the night? Can we also get Little Caesars, too, so the pizza sucks?
Oh,
as well?
dude, Little Caesars. Oh, dude, that was
Big K, Little Caesars, and fucking
recession.
Nintendo. I'm
The
pissed.
Dude, if
recession
you got
coming
Burger
through.
King
Little
and Little
Caesars.
Caesars,
Ooh.
if you got Burger King and Little Caesars in the same night, God help you.
Welcome
Where's the
to rock
crossover?
bottom.
The Coke machine?
Yeah.
Do it.
Yeah, they're in the same Target parking lot, and you're just like, I want a subpar pizza and the longest chicken sandwich I've ever had.
The longest chicken
It's
sandwich.
abnormally long. It shouldn't be that long.
Dude, but yeah, no, you were saying like Call of Duty on the Wii. Like it legit made me sad for people that were like playing it and were like, "No, I'm having fun." And I'm like, "Are you?" Like
This is what you think is fun.
No, that being said, we will live in a point where reality is indiscernible from video games. The PlayStation Vita walked so that could run.
The PS Vita was nice.
It was stupid.
But
it was the same thing. Whenever the Kinect, the Vita, and because they all tried to
No,
mirror
because
Nintendo.
that's like semi next gen. That's like Wii U. You're thinking Wii U. I'm just talking the sticks.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're
What's the
conflating.
Ninja? There was a Ninja.
Oh, are we talking about
It's
the PlayStation?
no,
motion?
the Wii Ninja thing. Like it would come with two. There'd be the Wii normal.
The
Wii remote.
nunchuck and the Wii remote, or what? The Wii
You
Ninja.
called it the Wii Ninja?
What are you, some sort of Wii Ninja? Yeah. Like, it's not- what are you, some sort of Chinese guy? Is this your ninja nunchuck?
I'm
Whoa.
just trying to play my Connectimals with the Wii Ninja.
Yeah.
Yeah, I play Connect volleyball pretty competitively. That's where I get my start.
It's right before they nerfed the short shorts. I did like that.
I'm beating off to Wii Connect. No,
Yeah,
not
I'm making hot knees, dude.
I'm making. These me's are getting me. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Mii's never did it, but if you beat off to the Sims ever, you're weird as hell.
Yeah,
I'm
I
playing-
mean, I did when I was like 9, but who didn't? I mean, we're all the same guy here, you know.
I didn't play that, dude.
I remember they would let you do like you could have
They could
lesbians have
fuck.
sex.
Yes, it was great.
in The
They go under
Sims,
the covers
yeah.
and go. "Whoa."
And I'm like, what are they doing in there, man? Like I was losing it, dude. I couldn't handle that shit. And then I would just like delete. That was the thing. There was no search history on The Sims, so I didn't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
No, it was stressful. The Sims life was real because you're like, shit, I just burnt this bitch's cereal that I made her for dinner.
Yeah.
Now I'm trying to fuck.
Yeah.
It was
My
high
dog's
octane.
barking, so I got the DLC.
And all she wants to talk about is horses. Every time I try to make it sexy.
Could you imagine if they made the Sims 5? It's like your Riz factor needs to be high enough. Are you popping enough on TikTok?
God.
I play the Sims 5.
You're out of your mind.
Being chocolate gets you 2 more points in every attribute.
Yeah.
God damn.
All right, new Sims is coming out. We're gonna see how good this one is to beat off to, guys. Stay tuned for next time.
Yeah.
That being said, they were smart. They put like black dudes with straight blonde hair on the cover and be like, the Sims. Be like,
Oh hell no!
Yeah.
Dude, what if it was The Sims? Like all the white characters just still sound like Kobe douche to be, but the black guys are like shit, man. Like they just
They have actual dialogue.
they just gave them hood talk and that's it. Like
Yeah.
you could move the voice slider down and be like, hey, my name, and then you move it down and be like, homo's in there, Moshiku. You're like, that nigga's fucking for sure. Like for sure.
Yeah. And also, he's half vampire man. So it helps. It does help.
great.
All right.
Oh,
so,
man.
Back to Ouya.
yeah.
Come and get it.
So after the Xbox 360, PlayStation 3, and Wii battle started in 2005, gamers were getting amped for the 8th generation of consoles. The Wii U essentially died on arrival, while 2013 promised to be a bigger and better year
My
for the
sister had a
over.
Wii U.
Yeah.
Yeah, she had a Monster High on the Wii U. One of the better games.
She also
It's like-
got in a fist fight with your mom. So,
had another fist fight last weekend. I'm like,
Really?
join the UFC at this point.
Oh my god.
I asked my brother, hey, did you survive Gooch's bachelor party? Or not bachelor party, graduation party? And he goes, yeah, she got in an altercation. I go, was she like the aggressor? He goes, come on. It's like, oh, man.
so Wii U essentially died on arrival, while 2013 promised to be a bigger and better year for the overtly expensive PS4 and Xbox One. This is where Ouya saw its opening. With smartphone gaming growing rapidly in popularity, primarily due to its price points, founder Julie Ehrman decided that people wanted what was basically cost-effective gaming on TV. And the TV and use of a controller looked to be what were assumed to be the hallmark staples of high-end gaming. You don't need a fancy game; you got a thing in your hand.
They were semi-correct because I used to play DirecTV games. They used to have like a gaming channel
On the remote?
Amen, brother.
Dude,
Idiot, fucking dumb.
Don't do that. Never do that. Never do that. He always retracts them.
It's awesome. Every time.
Never do it.
Yeah, I do this thing where I'm kind of a cunt to all my friends. Everyone
Yeah.
loves it when I do that. I really grow on people when
Yeah.
I'm a shitty friend.
Yeah.
That's kind of what that's kind of what I bring to the table.
Yeah.
That's what I feel.
Yeah, my reputation amongst others reflects it.
People are like, "Oh, you know Daniel? Oh, isn't he that asshole that's ruined my night?" Yeah.
Like once or twice.
But you should see the other guy.
Oh, much nicer.
Much nicer.
Very considerate of other people's feelings. He cares.
Yeah, he is. So the TV and use of a controller looked to be what were assumed to be the hallmarks of high-end gaming, while smaller app games were still recognized by the project as being popular for a reason. So basically, they said that they hope that they could bring in some big-name games like RPGs and survival games.
Monster High Sands of Time.
Yeah.
For the Wii U.
Duh. It's awesome. It's a good game.
So here's where they fucked up. Their goal...
Look at that. It's great.
Yeah. What?
Monster High Sands of Time. It might not be called Sands of Time. It's definitely something to do with
Yeah,
Middle
it was
East.
a Prince of
Look
Persia
at Monster
crossover.
High Middle
So the Ouya console was very minimalist in its design, while the PS4 and Xbox One were big and bulky. The Xbox One and PlayStation 4 were set to launch at $499 each, while Ouya was set at $99. And video games had steadily bumped up to the $50 mark, which now is like $80. So all Ouya games would be free to start, give you a little taste test, and then you'd be able to decide if you want to buy them.
Thank you.
This,
Dude,
Such
you
a
jerked
song.
off to this. You
Of
jerked off to
course,
this, you
yeah.
weirdo.
you know what I think is the
Gross
best
weirdo.
game ever?
Monster High Sands of Time. It's awesome.
It's Sands of Tolaria.
Yeah, you know. Brats walked so these could run, by the way.
I'm glad I could see what public monster school looks like.
First of all, it's a boarding school, you ass.
I've been
I'm
wondering
taking
for
my
quite
kids
a while.
to charter school where they're talking with Dr. Frankenstein.
It is. They're all fun offshoot. They're the kids of the famous monsters. So there's like Frankensteina and Draculara and all these other like.
No, those are side
Was
kids.
this like an RPG? What type of game was this?
So imagine any early on-shoot Zelda game, but with Monster High characters. Where it's that
You're
block-
saying this
or,
this had a water temple in it? Like what,
yeah,
what
you
are
know,
we
they had an
saying?
Ender Dragon or whatever.
God, it's so like you would just learn about one game.
Ender
Just
Dragon
learn-
something, right?
Yeah. It's Minecraft.
Yeah.
Yes.
Monster High is Minecraft.
Monster High is my.
Thank you
They
so
did
much.
have a dragon.
Yeah.
New
Okay.
Fortnite skin dropped. It's Monster High.
I would cream my pants. If I could-
Yeah.
if I could-
Oh!
I'm back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Back to my bullshit, man.
Red flags in retrospect of Ouya's campaign. There were always doubts surrounding the ability of a company to sell the Ouya for $99 and lived up to all the promises that they put up, but backers were firmly behind the project. With the launch swiftly on the way for June 2013, founder Ehrman appeared at South by Southwest Interactive's third keynote speaker. So basically, she went and did a Q&A for the Ouya Gooning Council. The
Wait.
Ouya Game Council. She did a Q&A at South by Southwest. And she brought out the prototype on stage in a brown paper bag.
Yeah. That's. I mean,
Wait till
yeah.
you guys see this shit. Like he pulls the back. What the fuck, dude?
Yeah, but notable speakers said it was nothing special. And,
You're saying it's nothing special.
Like this shit cool.
and also, Ermin, the CEO, replied, "I don't know" to most of the questions about the game's launch.
Yo, is this shit online compatible? Don't know. How many players can play at once? Absolutely no clue.
There's no way of knowing what this thing can do. But you're going to want to buy in now.
I'm terrified of
Well,
this.
at that time, they're probably like, is it compatible with HD TVs? He's like, what?
Listen, I don't like what my life has become, and every day is scarier than the last, but I need you to invest now, okay? You want to get in on this early. It's only $99. Do you think it's good? I think it could be. I don't know.
I don't think...
I really don't know anymore.
Right now, I'm on, honestly, so much medication.
But the future has potential. Now is the time.
Now is the time.
My
I'm
second,
sweating. It's so cold in here.
my second mail order wife, who I named the company after, will leave me if this doesn't get off the ground.
Do you want it to sell? Ooh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So the console was nudged back to June 25th. It got delayed, getting a few extra weeks to sort out shipping. Still, the Ouya console website was running. Reported that over 100 games were on it and pre-orders were flowing in. Then came E3 2013, which was bad. June 2013, reports came in that Ouya had set up a park opposite of the gaming convention as they weren't invited to attend E3.
Oh, no, they're off E3.
We're throwing our own E3.
Fuck all you guys. We're going to my house after this.
Yeah. So the Entertainment Software Association, ESA, opted to park a truck in front of where they were to obscure the view of the Ouya.
Move that.
No.
Extreme Home Makeover wanted to give a kid his own system. Yeah, that's what this was.
So the park did have hands-on demos of some of its best games for players to have the opportunity and developers to like kind of view, but issues were picked up that were being flagged by backers. The Ouya Game Council provided the ability to play small-scale indie
Sounds
games.
like a bunch of dark, evil criminals. The Ouya Game Council.
No, console. Did I say council?
I heard council, and I just pictured niggas in cloaks.
Yeah, all around
without
it.
it being a bunch of guys in clothes.
What shall we do with the boy? Let's make it Android powered. Where this system has twice the RAM of the PS5.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Sinners. He doesn't believe in the Ouya.
Yeah.
Heretic.
We shall not lose to the PlayStation.
Yeah. So the Ouya...
the Globo Gym.
I'm
sorry.
So...
Go ahead.
No, it's fine. On Make, developers could track the applications that were being built on their 4 main menus that they had. They had Play, Make, Manage, and Discover. And through Play and Discover, you could find new Ouya games. However, the Ouya console... See, I see that. The Ouya console...
I like council. No, there's a couple of niggas making real high-level decisions somewhere.
Yeah, no, the console was panned by critics as having a lot of potential, but a great lack of quality.
It should suck.
Yeah.
What did this ever release?
Yeah, it did
Okay.
release.
How
Can
many?
you buy one today for like $2 million? Is it stupidly expensive?
It's not. Nobody wants it.
Yeah.
The whole thing is
It's
shut down.
scraps. Yeah.
Yeah, it's basically landfill like food.
Okay.
Is like
it's
what?
like the Soldier Boy gaming system?
Pretty much. Yeah.
What was the game? Like, what was a big game that released on it, or what was its big title? I guess?
Coffin Raiders. they just do a bunch of bullshit spoofs.
No.
Call of Honor 7.
Towerfall.
Okay. What is that? Like a Clash of Clans type deal?
It was a phone game.
I mean, it's a phone game that you paid $99 to.
Oh, wow.
we
Okay,
could.
so it comes in an Nespresso box. That's awesome.
Oh, that is pretty cool, dude. We like that.
$103 for eight
Man.
gigs?
8 gigs.
I can't even. What am I supposed to do with 8 gigs? Android model Ouya.
Play the first 30 seconds of Grand Theft Auto.
Hold on, it says that one's factory sealed. That means some nigga got it and gave up, didn't even open it. Which is like, let me flip
He probably
this, see what
bought
I got.
2. And
It
said,
went up in $4 since release.
guys, they know. Are we live streaming? Do we have
Oh
callers?
man.
Damn, this shit is ass.
So basically, they said they saw a great lack of quality. The Ouya controller was cheap and flimsy, and the Ouya games were of poor quality. Which, if you need two things for a game thing to work: is good games and a good
I
controller.
need to be expensive as fuck and have all the games on it. That's what I need.
Yeah, it was a sharp fall from grace, and in 2015, 2 years after the E3 2013, it was fully discontinued.
They made E3 though. That ain't bad.
No, they didn't.
No,
but
they
like,
couldn't
they
even make
made-
that.
They made it to a park across the street from E3, and then E3 hired a truck to park in front of them, so none
Hey,
of the E3.
that's
I-
further than most
That
niggas
is
get.
so funny. That
Yeah.
was it just like a truck that said E3, or was it just like a fucking Enterprise
They
rent a
just
truck?
were like, get a semi and just park it there. Find hunt for parking and block
It's
them.
so funny to kick a company while they're already down. Like,
It's funny 'cause they
they're
were like-
not gonna make it clearly. Like,
I know
was-
they boned it at South by Southwest, and it was like, "Does this work?" And they're like, "Maybe."
I'll never tell.
Yeah,
It is funny to be like, please, please, God, tell me we have $2,000 in the budget. I would love.
We have next month's rent, and that's all we have.
yeah.
Please, God.
Oh man.
All right. And then, so they didn't amount to shit.
They didn't amount to shit. It got discontinued, and it's currently $48 on eBay.
That's
Yeah.
so cool.
All right.
I mean,
well, fucking, let me get. Sorry, I asked this every week. What is that? About 10? About a hot 10? All right, cool. All right. Well, let me get into. Are you familiar with sports? You like sports games at all?
which ones? I played 2K25, but like
Still today?
I played it like a couple months ago, and then I won everything, and then I'm like, this isn't fun anymore. So,
What do you mean everything?
or I just did like a career or whatever. Like you do a season, and then yeah. And what's so fun about those games is your guy is a ball hog, but everyone's like, "Wow, he's one of the greatest players we've seen this year." And
I would
it's
love
like,
to. I would love to be like, I didn't even really play the game. I just want to see what it was like to live life as a black dude. I just
Yeah.
walked around my park.
That's the thing, dude.
Yeah.
There's only one voice in the game, and I scanned my face in it, and
black
my
as
guy was
fuck.
like, when I came into this league, we wanted to respect everybody, and we wanted to show that hard work would persevere.
Yeah.
And now you're going to have to respect my name up there with Steph Curry. Like that, my guy literally said that.
It is. It'll be like,
Yeah.
you'll be getting
It's-
drafted out of Utah State, Richie Anderson. You'll be like, you know what, my nigga, Adam Silver, come here. I really appreciate you, all the good love and affection.
Respectfully, I've been talking a lot of shit, but it's all love, fam. Yeah, he just fucking like, it's so out of pocket that they even
Yeah.
they're just like, there's only one voice, and it'll be
And
either
it's-
black or white. There's
Yeah.
no way of knowing. Like
It's not black or white. It's
yeah.
basketball.
My guy
voice.
started as a ginger, and he had a black voice. It was
Yeah.
insane.
Wham.
Yeah, dude. Like,
Man, I love Conan.
my guy. Yo, man, I fuck with Conan heavy type shit. You know
yeah,
what I
we
mean?
both gingers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's insane because like my player just like he just shoots three. He doesn't pass. He just shoots threes, and they're like, wow, that's 17 3-pointers in this game. And then at halftime, my guy gives a speech that he's changed the game of basketball.
Everyone sit down. I'm the best.
When I came to this league, a lot of people doubted me. They said, what would happen if you couldn't hit enough threes? I guess we'll never know. Like,
Yeah.
it's so
Guess what?
stupid.
Change the game, my y'all niggas. 2-3 times now. What up? How we doing? Anyway, back to you, Dolores.
stupid.
How does this motivate me?
It's yeah.
All right, let me run through this down real quick. I'm a big Madden head, obviously a football guy. Did you ever play Madden? Any big
I
Madden
love
guys?
Madden 07. That was the one I played.
So
yeah.
that was right around the time where ESPN and Madden were competing for like supremacy, and the same way the 2K and NBA Live had this big show off. That's what I
Right.
should have done. The win between NBA Live and 2K.
Yeah.
Because there was a point where like NBA Live was putting out like individually produced rap songs where their main title NBA Live 2005 putting dudes on, and then 2K won, but Madden beat out ESPN at the time. That was like fucking huge.
Was there so there was ESPN like football games as
Yeah,
well?
look up
or-
ESPN 2K. It was 2K versus EA Sports
Okay.
for a
Right.
while, I think, and EA Sports ended up winning, which is interesting because they didn't win in basketball, but they won in football and soccer
Yeah.
and boxing.
But now they all kind of like, don't they just all kind of suck?
Actually,
now?
didn't 2K win back soccer? Am I wrong?
EA is soccer, right? Or
But
FIFA?
I think is FIFA 26 2K now?
What? It's
EA
EA
again.
Yeah.
It was 2K and it's going back to EA. I'm out of the loop. Anyway, John Madden, right? NFL Legioned. Yeah, it's the one I
wow.
remember. Yeah, with T.O. on the cover, 2K5. And like
Wow.
it looked like the first Godzilla, the new remake where it was just dark the whole movie. That's what ESPN looked like.
It was
There's
just dark?
Yeah, and these niggas are chocolate anyway. I can't see who's who unless I'm playing with Brett Favre.
man.
I'm just trying
Yeah.
to toss shit around.
Dude, I remember those games were how me and my family got into Rise Against.
Jesus Christ.
Because it's like you get to the titles, I almost didn't forget this, but I've almost just forgot. I don't know what the song is, but my brothers were like, yeah, we're Republicans that listen to this shit now. Like, that was the turning point for us.
All right, let me give you just a quick
Brian's
rundown. And I picked this. I was gonna do the EA versus 2K thing, but Tristan could do a pretty all right John Madden. So I was really just
You can do it, John, man.
I feel like I can do
He
it.
doesn't even know who it is, and he did it once perfectly.
He nailed it.
Watch this. Say, if you run faster, you move across the field quicker.
Right, so what you gotta do is, if you run faster, you move down the field. Because what you do is you move your legs, and it provides you the ample power to take you over each yard.
It's all in the quads when you're out on the field. I'll fight for my meals. Yeah.
That's how non-sports he was. He was doing like an act out of a guy dying in a war in like the 1400s. It was like, so John Madden. He goes,
Yeah.
Who now?
No, I did. I was
Madden.
doing an impression of Frank Caliendo's impression of
John Madden.
John Madden.
Yeah. And that's going to be a touchdown.
Yeah, and that's gonna be a touchdown.
All right, let me hit you with a little quick one.
Yeah.
Patreon names
Right.
we got here. John Madden is an American football sports and video game series developed by EA Orlando for EA Sports. Didn't know they had franchise.
So my dad worked.
Oh, in Orlando?
Yep.
Did they have different like around the country?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Was Orlando like the hub?
For like Madden when he was working on NCAA.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
The franchise named after Pro Football Hall of Fame coach and commentator John Madden has sold more than 130 million copies as of 2018. So from 04 to 2022 was the only officially licensed National Football League video game series and has influenced yada yada. Anyway, EA founder Trip Hawkins, which by the way, naming your son Trip, awesome. He has to do something important. You remember a homeless nigga named Trip?
That is true.
Trip is such a like, all right, let's go singing on the weekends. Like, that's all that name says.
Trip Hawkins, because he's a completely pussy first name and then dope last name. Trip Hawkins conceived the series and approached Madden in '84. So originally he was going down and he wanted to get Joe Montana. Mm-hmm. He was reaching out to Joe, and Joe was like, absolutely not, because Joe was signed to Atari already, and they were trying to put out their own version. Tecmo Bowl was the big first one.
Yeah.
Did you play Tecmo Bowl or see Tecmo Bowl where you could memorize the patterns like Pac-Man?
Yeah.
And you would win? Atari had a version of Tecmo Bowl that they were trying to put out, and then Trip saw that and was like, let me try and do something. So he founded EA Sports, and they were trying to get this thing. Hawkins created a clone of, there was another game called the Stratomatic. It was a paper and dice baseball football simulation game. The game was unsuccessful due to its complexity. So like Tecmo Bowl and all the other games, they had less than 11 people per team. Madden was the first 11v11, and they used to have, you're like, wow, the amount of gay game topics we've talked about that have gotten you to slide out of your seat, and I go, Madden. You go, all right. I mean, we could do something with that.
No, it's 11 on 11. Yeah, that's impressive.
It's 11 on 11.
Was it like all like based off of the what's it called? Like the
Attributes?
Not the attribute, not only the attributes, but like the individual NPCs that are kind of like running around. Was that new big thing?
The new tech was, you know how they have like Madden adjusters now, which is like a pretty big like job if you work for EA or 2K. You go live to the games. They have these guys that wear the lanyards, and it's like nerds getting to judge pro athletes basically, being like, your mid-range passing is fucking 87. And so that was a big thing during the creation of the game. So they originally started. EA was likely expected Madden to endorse the game without participating in its design. They thought he was just going to slap his name on it, like Bobby Flay, call it a day. Absolutely not. This nigga was like, I want 11 people on the field at once. I want attributes, and I want like real plays that are being called. And so they were behind on scheduling, so they hired Bethesda Softworks.
Really?
Yeah. That's
Skyrim.
Skyrim.
Yeah, Oblivion too.
Yeah. Is Elder Scroll the overarching?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the game series.
Yeah, so
they had Morrowind as well.
And Fallout.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Size condoms y'all niggas wear. They hired Bethesda Softworks to fit
The biggest?
Fuck that, dude.
I don't know.
Biggest?
I don't know what to do when you
The
guys present
biggest
me with.
Penis is really big, man.
My penis is so big, you would drown in my cock, sir.
I hate when,
Rue the day you made fun of my penis.
I hate when you guys present me with nerd facts confidently. You're like, and Oblivion. idiots.
And the Elder Scrolls 1 through 4.
Yeah.
They contracted Bethesda to finish the game, but this only got them partway to their goal. While EA used many of its designs, including contributions to their physical game, within a year, Bethesda stopped working on Madden and sued EA over EA's failure to publish new versions of Bethesda's Gridiron, the football game. Because I guess before, like, Madden used to be iPhones. There was a time where you could have not an iPhone and still be cool, and now it's just kind of Madden. And he said, if there's not 11 players, I'm out. Madden turned down the opportunity to buy an unlimited number of EA stocks in its potential, like when they started, which is like the biggest known. It's now worth, I think. Can you look up EA's total net worth? Because it's actually absurdly high.
I'd say it's in the billions.
It has to be 1 billion vanilla because there's no competitors. And then that's really it. I was gonna go into a little bit more, but we went a little long in the Smash Bros stuff. As of
36.
36 billion.
Yeah, dude, that's right up there with the Mormon Church. That's pretty big. That's pretty good.
Jesus.
What is the net worth of the Mormon
can
Church?
I look at the net worth
Hit
of the
that one
Mormon
real quick.
Church? Well, no, they offered him unlimited stock in this, by the way. It's a $36 billion company offered him unlimited stock, and he's like, absolutely not.
Oh my God!
You're wrong by a whole 100
I left
billion.
10 years
Okay.
ago, and it was only at 36 billion. They did 10 times?
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. Well, as long as we're fucking flexing,
Oh,
as long as
man.
we're flexing beats. Can I look up the net worth of the state of Israel?
No, we don't need to look at this. I don't see why we would look into that. No, you don't have to search anything, man. It's just like lay off. It's fine, okay? They have a right to defend themselves. Okay, we're having fun, okay? Let's just relax.
Yeah, all right. Well, basically,
Yeah.
that's
How many hats
Madden.
are they buying for Team Fortress 2?
Sweet
That's
Jesus.
good. That's good.
That's about it. I don't want to shoehorn Madden in there too much, but at the end of the day, that nigga died 3-4 years ago, and I mean, is absurdly rich. He created my favorite video game, possibly of all time.
Yeah.
And weirdly enough, it is the only thing that I've ever been beaten in football-wise by a nerd, because it's not football, it's Madden, and those are two different things. And I get couched online all the time completely by dudes who I know that can't throw a forward pass.
Yeah.
End of story.
One day I will get great at it and just eat your lunch.
You should. You should. We try and link on video games
I do.
so
I
often,
bet I could.
and you only play...
I bet I could put in at least a mildly alright effort when it comes to Madden. I wouldn't win by any sort
I
of
would
the
love
words.
to get Madden or like...
A Madden tournament or what?
I'm
Well,
saying
just-
I would struggle before I died.
Yeah.
Well, no, I would love to have a video game tournament of like a sports video game where I could talk shit in the way that... Because I don't know the shit talking that goes on when you're playing like Smash Bros.
It was pretty
or-
bad in Arizona.
playing-
Genuinely, Arizona had like the most ignorant scene. It was really messed
That
up.
shit was ignorant?
Dude, there would be like a fucking 14-year-old kid playing against a 35-year-old man, okay?
Yes.
And everyone's rooting for the 35-year-old man to beat this kid. And then the whole Arizona crowd is yelling, "Fuck my tiny ass," repeatedly.
To be fair, your tiny ass should have been fucked because that nigga needed it.
It
35?
was insane. Dude, it was, yeah, because
And you probably beat him. You know what that guy did? He went back to his mom's basement and hung himself.
Dude, it
That's
was
no good.
It was really ridiculous. Like we would go to California tournaments and people would be like, "You guys really need to like show more respect or suck my fucking dick." Like just like everyone's yelling in the crowd that shit, and it was
What are
really
you doing?
fun.
Spamming Fox's laser? I'd have yelled the same thing.
You're talking like these are anyone thinks what you're saying is interesting.
Is that?
Yeah.
Like,
I tried so
Yo.
hard to relate to fucking.
Yeah.
Fox has a laser. You can spam it.
You're
Get a kid?
spamming lasers and people are losing their mind. That's never once happened. Okay. He clearly doesn't know what he's talking about.
He doesn't know the culture.
He doesn't know how to do a short hop beat. I don't know what this guy
never
does.
hit a wombo combo in his goddamn life.
There it is.
There we go.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah.
All right. Well, we gotta get here. Rich, you got anything to plug? Anything fun?
I got a show tonight, guys. Hey, be there. You know?
Yeah, it's in an hour. Hour and a half.
Hey, guys, let's get after it. Let's see those subs in the chat, huh?
Yeah. Chat. What's a wombo combo?
How do wombo combo?
Yeah.
Wumbo, what kind of cup is you reading, boy?
Shit.
Such a goddamn. No one watches SpongeBob. There was a Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy joke. Tell a
Yeah.
friend about the cast. Join the Patreon. We're doing fun movie watch-alongs. We just watched Mac and Devin go to high school. Today we're doing.
It's my choice.
We haven't figured it out yet. It's going to be something artsy.
I'm brewing.
Tell a friend about the
It
cast.
might
See
be
you
a
guys later.
continuation of the Paddington trilogy.
God damn it.
Who knows?
See you guys later.
Bye.
Have a good one.